Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's daily is to cast 20 blue or red spells, which just kind of makes me chuckle, because, our last episode we used an blue-red spells deck, which we won't be doing today. I won't double up like that. No, we are going to do, let's see. I think we're just gonna do this mono blue artifacts deck. It feels like it's been a moment since we've run this one. So the idea behind the deck is that we have a lot of kind of low cost artifacts, so that Tezzeret Cruel Captain can get his loyalty up quickly, so that you can use his -7 ability. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. So you just get a token, or you get an emblem to start powering up all your stuff, right? Other than that, we also have, let's just go through it real quick. We have Bounce Off to mess with our opponent, keep things off the field, just so we can kind of continue to get set up. Synthesizer Labship. Really, at the moment, it's just an artifact that's going to hit the field, but get 2 station counters on it at the beginning of combat on your turn. Up to one target, or one other target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 2/2 and gains flying. Again, this is really just, to me, this is really just an artifact to play to kind of help with some of our other stuff. But if we do get that +2, which is fairly easy, then we get some free fighters. Desculpting Blast, returning things to our opponent's hand. If it was attacking, we create a 1/1 colorless drone, which is really nice. Diversion Unit, cheap. Just a cheap artifact creature, but also you can sacrifice it. Plus, 1 blue and sacrifice it. You can counter an instant or sorcery, which is nice. Emissary Escort gets +X to its power, where X is the greatest mana value among other artifacts you control, which includes these guys. And even if their costs have been dropped, it still counts. Illvoi Light Jammer. Flash this in. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains hexproof until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Great way of just protecting something. Like if you want to protect, if you're going for like a heavy hitter or something like that, and your opponent pulls out I'm going to kill that, Light Jammer. Simulacrum Synthesizer, just why not? Because everything past this point is 3 mana or more. So yeah, Dauntless Scarpbot is just a great way of dealing with your opponent's graveyard if they're doing some graveyard manipulation. Memory Guardian goes in for cheap because it's an affinity for artifacts. You can warp this in. Whenever this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Again, you can send this in for cheap, and it'll still, like, if this is on the field, it'll still become a 6/4. And then Valkyrie, also affinity for artifacts, so you kind of get the idea here. We are running 1 unique land with the Uthros Titanic Godcore, because why not? But the sad thing is, like, I don't see myself using this at all. So to be honest, I'm not going to take it out of the deck right now, but I don't really see myself ever using this. Our Basilisk Collar and Lavaspur Boots are also just 2 pretty cheap artifacts we can play. So let's just jump into it. Jump into a couple matches. This deck can be kind of fun because it's mono blue aggro, which I really do like. You don't see aggressive mono blue very often, because that's just not how the deck how the color archetype is supposed to work. So it's nice to see that occasionally. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. What is this again? Draw a card. Okay. Seriously? I mean, I'll take the hit. Nothing else? Bit of a slow start here, unfortunately, but yeah. I could go ahead and send this out. The problem is, like, I have nothing, I have nothing to really do after I do that. So search your library for an artifact. Man, if I want to, let's reveal it. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do at the moment. I don't see a reason to bounce off their slag drill scrapper, other than it would force them to replay it, but yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and deal some damage. Jeez. So we're up to 4. Means I could play this. I could do... Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, I guess. We can... Yeah, do this. Oh, could it not attack? Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Not entirely sure why that didn't attack, but Grim Bauble. Joy. So I lose my scrap bot. Or I can just return it to my hand. Force them to do some other stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it at the moment because I don't know what else to do. What is this? Munitions. Okay, I mean, I lose Tezzeret, but I really don't care. We can do Valkyrie next turn. Yeah, this is just kind of a weird, very weird match so far. Okay. I guess they have to have another form. Something else to deal 2 damage? Yeah, this is very weird, but... okay. Yeah, it does clear the board. Clear my side, at least. Which is, yeah, very unfortunate, but not much else I can really do there. Let's go ahead and... Should I go ahead and send out... If I do, it'll be a 2-4 if I do that. And I can protect it. I can protect it with Light Jammer. Oh no, that's right, it's other. Yeah, where X is the greatest among other artifacts you can try. Forgot that. Oh, you son of a... Yeah, that doesn't help me. Yeah, because it says the way the wording works, I have to sacrifice something. So hexproof wouldn't have helped me there. I would have had to have... I don't even think making it indestructible would have helped either, to be honest. Yeah, this is not great. Any other deck, and I would probably be winning this match a lot better, a lot more than I currently am, but... Yeah. If I could get a land, that'd be great. Because I don't want to get rid of the lander tokens, because they're, thank you, because they're making these guys cheaper. Emissary Unit and a Basilisk Collar. I'll take the unit, or the Emissary Escort. You know, definitely not overly happy about how this match has been going. Just putting it out there. This match is weird. Like, both sides are just kind of floundering. There's just a artifact sacrifice deck that's going on, and just like, I don't know. Really kind of wish this wasn't taking up most of our time, but not much I can do about that. Okay, so that'll deal 2. Do you have another one? If you do, it'll kill your stuff too, right? Maybe not the wisest, but they have something for 2 damage. Yeah, of course they do. Alright, I'm probably just going to concede here, just because I don't even know anymore, like, what's going on here. I'd get rid of the Scarpbot if I were you, because that'll turn Emissary Escort into a 0-4. Yep. Are you quite done? Yeah, I mean, I know what's going to happen. They're going to do that, deal damage to Escort, because they can pay that to tap that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. They don't beat me this turn, but there's nothing I can do going forward. Jeez, that was just terrible. Yeah, that was just bad. So we're gonna do another match. If we end up going over 20 minutes, I do apologize, but That was horribly boring. Not to say this next one will be any better, but yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Just not a whole lot of anything was going on, so we'll do another match. Like I said, if we go over 20 minutes, which most likely will happen, I do apologize. Just hope this match isn't quite as boring. Oh, come on. I'm not opposed to this, because once I get both of these guys out, they'll be whoops, right. Once I get both of these guys out, they'll be two 4s, but wow. Okay. 2 shock lands, but I'm really hoping they don't find anything. They just decide to concede right there. That would have been awesome. Clearly not gonna happen. Depending on what comes up, I might warp in this guy. So red as well, okay. What'd they do? Outcast. Okay, I have an idea of what they're playing. Yeah, I have an idea of what they're playing. It's not great. So they're going to play, they should play the Battle Crier, I would think. If they don't have another land. They do. 5, 6. Okay. So they're trying to prep for something big, is what's about to happen. Not great. I could go ahead and do this to stun counter their, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, stun counter, or put a stun counter on their elf, so that they at least can't pull mana from it into their next turn. It kept him alive. But I can do that again next turn. Though they'll have both of their Outriders out. Again, I would assume that's what they're going to do. What? Really? Yeah, we can do this again. Okay. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what was going on there. But I will take the victory. Yeah, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm flabbergasted. Completely gobsmacked. I have no idea. But yeah, we'll take it. And hey, we're below 20 minutes. So that's the matches for today. Let's go ahead and get to these packs to open for real quick. Foundations, just a rare. Nothing too interesting here. Hey, I will take that. Thank you very much. Alright, and Eternities. Also just a rare. Nothing new here. Okay, the Synthesis Amalgam. I saw this kind of early on in the season in a SlytherinKnight counters deck, but I haven't seen it since, so I don't know if this is considered good or not anymore. Let me know. But yeah, with that, we're going to wrap things up. Very, very weird episode today. That's all. I mean, that's all I can say. Just very weird. But sometimes that happens. And, yeah, I guess it keeps things interesting to a point. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.